Let's continue with the hardware modeling, and we can start putting the hardware. All right, so I will work with the headstock right here, but let me turn on my there you go, screencast, and final hardware would be right here after duplicating the back part right here. So one thing is missing is the screw right here, so let me put that real quick. So let me just duplicate that, Shift D. Okay, let's go to the top right here. I do want to make sure that we could see that R90, oh, R negative 90. Let's bring the this one a little bit higher so we could see the all right, and just put that in there like so. Let's go to the side viewport here, the opposite side. I think we just have to scale it just a bit right there, and let's position that. Let's look at it from the front right here. Let's rotate it. Okay, maybe need to go in a little bit more. All right. Okay, normally this would actually have a hole for it. Let's see, we might be able to, so let's see. Make sure this one apply all transform, select this faces here. I'm going to press I to inset poly so that it's kind of contained right there a little bit. Okay, and do another one. Okay, then we're going to use our loop tool. Let's see if this works. Loop tool, circle. All right, there's that. So I'm going to scale that in. Okay, so obviously this one needs to let me turn on the wireframe here so I could see it. Needs to accommodate this space right there, so we're kind of centering where it's supposed to be anyway. Let's go back to this one, turn off wireframe here. All right, so there's that. So we can do another eye here for inset poly. Okay, and then press E to extrude back. Undo. I need to extrude that some more so that the groove for the screw. Okay, so then press I again to kind of get another poly in there. All right, so that looks like it has like an indentation, and let's pop this out just a bit. All right, maybe too much. Okay, something like that. So it looks like it does have a hole, and we could proceed with the finishing up this hardware right here. Last time, let's take a look at this one. Didn't have over there. We probably could eliminate some of this lines right here. Let me see. Okay, X, and then dissolve edges. Just make sure it kind of rounds off just a bit, and the other one right. That one right there. Let me turn on X-ray. That one and this one, I think. Just need to kind of pull those inwards a bit. Okay, so they're both selected there. Scale. Like so, and then move them back a little bit. Okay, now just this one right here. that, and this one. All right. Let's kind of round that off a little bit. Or let's do the loop tool, if that's something we can actually do here. Maybe I can eliminate this too. Let's see. If not, we're gonna always put them back. Dissolve edges. Okay, so we're kind of trying to kind of simplify it. Probably do a loop cut here to compensate for the lack of detail we took out. Maybe one here, one there, one here, and one here. So instead of having them over here, they're kind of distributed here. I'm going to go to edge mode, select that whole circle right there, or loop. Let's see, circle. It did try to put a circle on them, but it's kind of sideways like so. So let me go to local here, and think you can scale it like this, and we can get that circle shape out of it. Okay, that's very good right there. Okay, and then I do want to scale this minus the x-axis. Okay, so I'm going to press S and then Shift X, then grow it. So it's growing without having the issue of getting thicker on the X. So let's bring everything back. All right, I think that's a better fit. It looks better. Let's go to this one now. Just make sure that we got some beveling going on. Let's make sure that we have apply all transform. Select that and that one, and this one and that for sure. That one also. This was in that one, and that one, that and that, and what else? Probably never going to see this detail, but we're going to add them anyway. So all right, so we're going to go with bevel, and about that much right there, and then give it some maybe 3 segments, because we're not going to see much of it. All right, very good. So that just kind of gives it that softer kind of. Okay, let's see for this one. This is going to get way too much geometry here if we do that. So let's add a bevel modifier. Okay, it just adds to the bevel. Let's just give it a tiny amount. All right, so that's a bevel modifier, so it just did it all across. Gave it a few segments. Maybe that's too much. Maybe 0.005, so just tiny. Okay. All right, 4 segments maybe. Okay, so that just kind of gives it a little bevel effect there. Will it matter if we have auto smooth on? Yeah. Or it made it worse. I think it adds to it. Okay. This one, does it have subdivision surface? Yes, we might need to actually bump it. Okay. What about this one here? It does have the bevel. It's just not showing as dramatic as the other one. Okay, let's see. All right, because of the Boolean, it's kind of struggling with it, so we'll leave it at 1. It does have the bevel effect, it's just very subtle. All right, so I think that one is done. We can now start preparing this for duplication. Okay, so I'm just going to join all this together, and then we're going to texture them one at a time. So, all right, we're not going to animate any of this, so it's fine to just kind of join it together. So I'm going to select those 2, then join them. Okay, let me click undo on that. I do want to make sure that there's bevel on this one, bevel on that, and they're not cooperating with their bevel. So I'll just take out the bevel modifier for now, and then we'll do one global kind of bevel when they're all kind of assigned, and when they're all together. Okay, this one right here, it has a subdivision surface, so let's join that as well, and then we'll add the that might be let me undo that. We're going to use this as the parent. Okay, so it has its subdivision surface and it doesn't join it. Okay, so let's close this one also. I'll get rid of the bevel on that one, so I'm going to join it with this. That one joins as well. The screw, join that. Okay, now this one, and yes, it's kind of subdivision surface. This one does not. We're just going to parent this to this one here. So Control P, object. Okay, so that one just follows. Okay, we're going to be rotating this later on. Let's make sure that the origin is set to the geometry at the center, RX. Let's see. Okay, so that we have kind of variation when we position it, so it doesn't all look the same. This one right here, there's no modifier to it, so it can just join this one. Okay, so Control J. All right, and the coil, it has subdivision surface. Do we need to make that a little bigger? Maybe. Let's see. This a little bit. There we go. We'll parent this to this one. Oh, I guess to the whole thing right here. We're not animating it, so okay, right there. And this thing gets parented to this. And this this thing gets parented to that one. So that's the main parent right there. It's this one. Takes the whole thing. All right. So we will texture it first, and then we'll start populating it. Okay. So now let's work on the kind of like the tuning pegs. Okay. Let's just hide everything, or let me just temporarily add a texture to this so that I have a guide. So that I don't, well, we can move them. So we'll probably leave those two on and then hide everything. Okay, so we're working on this. So wait, I leave that in there. Let's make sure the entire, all right, right there. Okay, so let's add the, those are just donut, I think. All right, so let's get a donut. Torus. Okay, it's ginormous right here, and looking at the kind of looks like it, just a little bit flat. It probably has a bigger minor or radius right there, probably around there. Okay, I'll leave all the segments as is, shade smooth it. Okay, and we're gonna SZ to kind of make it a little flat, like so. Okay, and then we're gonna cut this in half. So I'm gonna select all the polygons at the bottom, and we can go like this, turn on our X-ray. All right, and then we'll just delete that face right there, and then we'll, okay, have that. And let's go to the side, like so. Bring that over. It's gonna zoom in on this one, and let's, I'm in local still, so I'll leave it to that. I'm gonna rotate it until it's kind of flush against this one right here. Okay. All right, that's fine for now. Then we're gonna scale this until we get the kind of like the correct size for it. All right, let's take a look at that one. Make sure it kind of goes in a bit. Okay, let's go to the front. All right, right there, we're still in local. So if I slide this, it's sliding where it's supposed to. We might need to make it a little bigger. Okay, and position that slightly below the tuning pegs at the bottom, or the tuning mechanism. All right, right there, I think. And then we need to create the other piece, which is kind of like these are like the pegs. Okay, so that's a cylinder for sure, and it just kind of goes up in there. Let's see if we can actually model it from here with the actual object here. So let me hide that one for now. Okay, let's see if this works. I'm gonna select the faces right there, press F, and we got that. Okay, I'm gonna press I, so we have kind of like a separation there. Okay, and we can then extrude this one. So this one extrudes kind of like so. All right, and we'll have a few Control R's in there to kind of set the beveling, right? So I mean the tapering, so I can actually scale that a little bit. Okay, and then we need to extrude this and scale it. Actually, let me undo that. Let me extend this one like so, maybe, then go like so. And this one here, move it up a bit and scale it. Maybe that much right there. Then let's try and bevel that. All right, something like that would work. And then select all the polygons here, and then I want to, it's too protruding, it's gonna scale that a little flatter, and then GZ, and go like that. All right, so that kind of gives it that kind of rounded kind of look. And then we're going to have to do some cuts right here to and scale this one to kind of get that look right there. Then let's try and bevel this. All right, something like that. Maybe add one in the middle. Okay, and then this will have a hole. We could probably select a few of these faces here. It's very dense. Maybe I should have lowered the but too late now. Let's go to the top. Let's just select a few of these polygons that we're gonna try and do a circle hole out of. Okay, I'm gonna try it on this one first. Actually, while we're at it, let's turn on our X-ray, so it kind of does it for both. So maybe all this right here. So I'm gonna add the one I miss. Oh, undo that. That one maybe, and okay, something like that. Is it matching? Hard to tell. Definitely not. Okay, I think it will be matching now if I add those. Okay, yep, and then I'm gonna press I, so we get a smaller kind of version. Let's see if we can do a loop tool. All right, looks like it worked. It's gonna get it round shape like so, and then we just bridge, creates a hole. All right, it looks kind of janky with those indentions there because of too many polygons. but I think it works. So let's just scale it a bit. If we can kind of bring that a little bit in, like so, and then cap it off with a Control R right here, so we get some sort of reinforcement. All right, so let's take a look. Let's add our Subdivision Surface modifier. Let's see if we can. It looks too high res. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let me click undo. Okay, right here, it's all that kind of pinching. Maybe we scale this. So S Shift Y. All right, maybe if it's smaller, it's better. And it definitely didn't follow the curvature of everything in there. Okay, now let's try and bridge it. It looks clean. If it looks cleaner, let's see. Auto smooth. Probably get away with that. There's this pinch though that's bothering me. It's coming from, because the topology here is just kind of, I mean, it's quad, it's just weird. Not enough information right here to kind of, if we have, let's see, if I have, let's say, added the Control R there, will that probably made it a little bit better with the, I probably have to push those points forward. Let's see. Yeah, this whole thing needs to kind of curve. It's just missing information there. All right. I still see a little bit of it, but we probably can get away with that. Shade smooth, and we gotta have to increase this one. All right, I think that'll work. Okay. If you, yeah, I do want this to kind of disappear right here. Maybe it'll work better that way. I'm gonna try one more thing. It's really bugging me. Maybe include that one in there. Let me just see what happens if I take out all this. Okay, X dissolve. Yeah, we'll always have that kind of look because this needs to go right here. So 2 Control R's there, and then I'm gonna try and knife this thing from there to there. Hopefully that's a snap. Be careful with knife. Make sure you actually land on, and it has this auto snap feature. You gotta press enter to end the tool, of course. It still has some of that, so that really has to be kind of distributed or kind of minimized from the top. So let me just kind of fix that like that. We kind of made it a lot more complicated than what it needs to be, but or I could have boolean it. Maybe I should have just boolean it, because we're not going for proper topology anyway. It's just kind of like a hardware, but let's see. Let me see what else I can eliminate. Okay, this dissolve. All right. Let's see. Okay, did I not eliminate those? Oh yeah, they're still here. So all right, let me kind of get rid of this first. The whole thing selects all the way around. All right, at least it's a little soft right there. We go with 60. All right, okay, we'll go with that one. Once it's textured, I don't think we'll see that. Anyway, yeah, I think that's it. We just need to do the nut and the bridge and the strings. Okay, so let's do the nut real quick, and we're just gonna extract it from this part right here. So I will select those. Okay, and it's we're just going to extrude that up to there, I think, and we select the bottom. That gets extruded that way. Okay, let's try and fix this neck real quick. It needs one more Control R right here. Let me just get out. Let's see if we can do another cut right here. Bring it all the way here. There you go. Close to it. All right, just to kind of reinforce this, that it doesn't bend, kind of going that way. And it's going back to this one. We need this one here, and it goes up by, I think, that much right there. Okay, and then it's we need the cuts for the string. So we need 3 cuts right here. So this is when we probably need to kind of separate this. Okay, so I'm gonna, so that we don't add extra issue with the actually, let me just go like this. Okay, select it like so. Okay, and then press P selection, so it's by itself. All right, and we need you need cuts in between it, actually. So so I'm gonna get those middle cuts first. Okay, and I'm gonna add the I'm gonna add another one. This is where the basically the strings will kind of reside. Okay, and then it gets a little thicker. So we go to the other side. So what I'll have to do with this is go to object mode, apply the mirror. Okay, and we'll just have to select the whole thing. This is where the thickest one is. Again, I'm kind of eyeballing this one. Definitely a lot. Okay, right there. Okay, so what can we do with this? It's just we can just select all this. Make this really simple. Select all this, and I will move this down, and then move that down and eliminate that one from the selection. Oh yeah, this, wait, this thing is way too thick. Okay, we're just going to extrude all these parts. All right, and then there's that indentation right there, and we have to add the all the transform and do some beveling for all the parts on top right here. So let me go to X-ray mode real quick and then just kind of quickly kind of select those. That's gonna need the bevel. All right. Okay, so that one's done. Just need to kind of get started on the texturing, and then we can go with duplication. Okay, let me just kind of save this real quick. All right. Yeah, just the string. Okay, so once we have all the hardware set up, then we'll get started with the string. Okay, and I'll provide all the textures for you guys. All right, so let's get with the kind of metal chrome first. That one right there. Let's go with our color. Let me add some lighting on this one. Let's go to our HDRI, and these are all free. I'll add them to the link. Okay, we're gonna do an environmental texture. Let's click open, and then on downloads. Where's that sunlight? Okay, this one right here. And we don't want to see the background, so we'll go to our film and transparent. All right, right there. And then we're using an HDRI. Let's turn on all the bells and whistles. Maybe not bloom. Okay. All right, right there. And let's take a look. We're gonna make one, and this is our kind of chrome. We're gonna name that metallic for sure. Okay, and definitely kind of shiny, and it's pretty shiny. So right there. Okay, so we're using that, and then we're gonna look at the other parts of the hardware that would have that one. Yeah, the back, that should all be kind of the same. Okay, except for the thread and the gear. Okay, so we go here, same with that one, so we'll just use the chrome on that. This whole thing will pretty much have chrome, this one as well. Then we'll change the color of what needs to be changed. So this one is different, but we'll start with the chrome, make a copy of it. Okay, and we'll make this one, I think it's darker and dull. Okay, so this one is dark. We're just gonna call it gear. All right, so definitely rough, very rough. Right there, definitely metallic but dark. Okay, something like that. And then for this one right here, we're gonna add another one. Definitely copy chrome again, make a copy of it. This one will have that kind of goldish, okay, right there, and then it's for the gear right here. So I'm gonna go to edit mode, and then just simply select Control plus, select all the parts in there, and then go to this one and assign. Okay, hard to tell from, I don't think it's that shiny. We'll see. Okay, something like that. Actually, it's like copper. It's very light. All right, something like that actually, and not on the shiny side. Okay, and make that is a hint darker. There we go, something like that. And then this one right here, this screw right here, so I'm going to go edit mode again, select that. Let me just put down the guitar. Click Control Plus on the numpad, make sure you selected everything, and this one would actually have the gear look, so a sign. Okay, so that's that one right there. All right, and what else here? The black plastic. So let's make this one right here. This one is black plastic. Okay, definitely shiny. Black. All right. Maybe not that shiny. Okay. So now we can select this one, select all these objects here actually, and start distributing them. All right. So let's go to the side right here, and we need. I'm going to go to wireframe. Okay. Let's go global on this one. Duplicate that and duplicate another one. Let me undo. I think that one should be a lot closer. There's hardly any gap there. All right, something like that, and then we're going to select all of those and simply mirror them. Okay, and let me see. Let's see if we can just kind of mirror this. Which we already. Oh, we still have some that are still mirrored. Okay. Which part? I forgot. Maybe this one. Okay. There's a mirror. Oh, that one is part of the selection. Oh. All right, so let's actually apply that. Or right here, I'll just duplicate and do the classic Shift D. Okay, and then SX minus 1. Oops. SX minus 1. There we go. Then we just slide them over here. All right. Up to there, I think. All right, something like that. So minus 1 will just kind of invert them to the other kind of location. All right, so now we do our rotation on this. So we'll just so that they're not the same. All right. All right, so that's that, and then this one now. Okay, we'll go with our local, I think, and we'll just kind of match the position. Basing it on where the screw is at the bottom. All right, and we'll just go to the front, duplicate, and then go this side. Again, I'm eyeballing this. So, all right, right there. Okay, what are the hardware? Fret. I forgot about the fret. Okay, let's do the fret real quick. So, let me see here if I can. Probably do those last. Okay, let's just get all the things then, because then I'm gonna need a texture right here to kind of use the fret as a guide. Okay, so let's do the texturing now, or maybe the string, but we need the texture for this one first. So let's do this one first. Hide everything else. Okay, and all the materials will be provided for you. Okay, the textures, I mean. All right, so for this one, we need another one for the top, side, and then back. I think it's three different, yeah, it's three different colors. Okay, so for this one, for the front, let's go to our shading here. Okay, let's bring in our guitar body. Okay, let's plug that in the base color. All right, and then let's go our UV editing, go to the front right here, and I'm simply going to select everything here, and then press U to unwrap, project from view. Okay, and then we'll just select this part right here, and then try to kind of match whatever we have here. It's not going to be perfectly matched because this is a higher resolution that we scan off the box of the guitar, and it's not a perfect match, so we have to do some manipulating here. So what I'll do is I want to make sure that that circle is what I'm going for first. Okay, now I could always adjust the rest. Okay, right here, then kind of scale the hole. So I'm going for the hole for that black part of the image right there. Okay, slightly bigger. Then press G. A little bit more, just a slight. Okay, so here let's preview it. All right, there it is. And then the rest right here, we're going to have to kind of scale minus this one here. Or I can just kind of move it. It's low res, so it'll work for what we need it. Okay, so just kind of drop that in there. Grab all these parts up to here maybe. And let's scale this. All right, so at least we kind of get that basic shape right there. Again, if we use this photo to model, then we wouldn't have this issue, but it was using a different screen capture. I should have waited until we got a hold of this scan here. All right, so now I'll just kind of move it in place. Not a big deal here. We can move this, and the image might not be, it's not symmetrical, so I don't want to put symmetry here, you know, because that would be the logical way to do this, is do less work when you're only doing one side. So, but it's not symmetrical, so it should be symmetrical if we use a symmetrical image to model. All right, for that one right there, and then for this one, quite simple. It's the same thing. A little bit of scaling overall. Okay, and then just kind of move that like so, and then a little bit of scaling on the side. All right, that's not bad at all. It's just this part right here that needs to, and that part. Let's scale those, just kind of push them at the same time right there, and then just kind of correct the curvature right here. And those things are going out right there. Just kind of bring those in, do the same thing right here, and these are a little bit out. Okay, I think that's good right there. It's showing the fretboard here, so this definitely needs to kind of get closer. So I'll spread those so they get tucked into the, actually let's involve a few more. Okay, and then maybe here a slight kind of SX, just so. Okay, didn't affect the circle. All right, that'll work. Now let's work on the side. Okay, so this particular one going all the way right there. Okay, so we just kind of want to unwrap that, but let's go to our shading first. Let's add a new material for it. Okay, and let's assign that. And for this one we got one of the fine wood, maybe this one right here. And there's this is a smooth surface, so we don't need to do anything. All right, so for this let's just let's see what unwrap does. So on this one, this simple unwrap. All right, it's kind of uniform, that won't work. So if I go to the side maybe, or I'll go box, cube. Let's see if it has a seam right here. So I'm just gonna go side like this one, and then let's go project from view. All right, that will work. I think we just gotta rotate this 90 degrees, bring it here where the you know. All right, a little bit of stretching right there because it well, we can do this. We can select all the edges here and over here, and they do let's see if it's seamless at the bottom. There's usually, okay, because this one is laminate for sure, so it will have the seam right here. So and has to be continuous. So what I'll do is I'll mark this a seam right here. All right, so now when we select all the polygon again, okay, we'll just do unwrap. All right, very good, there it is. So now it's stretched all the way. We just have to rotate it R90 to go this way. Okay, and I'll have the correct and we'll just kind of increase the size of that and make it kind of close to the width of the all right, that will give us a better unwrapping. Excellent. Okay, the back okay, plus. All right, right there. And then this is definitely just project from view, and we just need a material for this. So let's go to shading, the third one right here. Let's assign that, and then we got another fine wood for that one. So it's a darker one and something we could use for the other color as well. Okay, and let's go to our UV editing. All right, make sure this is assigned. Do it again, project from view, there we go. Try to get as big a resolution as we can. All right. Is it like that or yeah? Oh no, it's the other way. So I'll do R90. Okay, that's the grain for it. Okay, so now let's go for this one. It's the same kind of material, so we'll pick this one right here. Almost with the unwrapping. Okay, so this one will just use a cube projection. All right, and is it okay? Let's go take that out first. Cylindrical, cubic. Let's select this part right here and just rotate this 90 degrees. Oh, I missed a part. Okay, and we'll move it right there. Oh, it's totally separate on that one. Okay, let's do that again. It's separating it here. What would be? Let's see. We go to. Let's project it first. Let's say from the back. Okay, or the front. Project from view. And let's rotate that. All right, that will work. Now we need two parts for this one as well. We need another one, and we need the headstock. So that one and this one. Yeah, let's just quickly just select this. All right, select this new material and assign it. This new material, let's get the headstock. All right, right there. Okay, so let's go to our UV editing. Let's go to the front. Okay, so just go project from view. Hopefully we didn't miss anything. And this is something we just have to kind of match here. All right. I think that's the center. Okay. I'll just go in here and do some maintenance. Okay, make sure those things are going where they're supposed to. All right. A little funky there, but that will work for now. Okay, maybe we could change this to cubic later on, where we kind of align it, or we can do a unwrap where we cut it in half and then we make it kind of seamless. Okay, there's ways to kind of fix that. All right, so we got that part. Now for sure up front we got to do some fixing, since the this thing needs to match now with the new image. All right, it's pretty much correct right there. Just need to go a little wide. Okay. All right, to kind of match the, where we can match the string. Let's do the same thing with this. So this will require the I think this wood right here. All right, so we've got to project it. Let's apply the mirror. Let's just go with, let's say, cube for this one, so it's on all the sides, so that will work. Okay, and now just the nut. That's plastic. It's kind of dull. And it's kind of like an off-white, so. Okay. This one, it's the same as this wood right here, but we'll make it unique, and it's a little bit of a, it's kind of rough. Okay. So a UV texture, for sure. We're gonna add the modifier, and project from view. Okay, and the grain is vertical. It's vertical grain, so R90, and we'll scale this up. Okay, and the thing with this, kind of rough, and then it's a little dark, so we'll add a hue saturation on this one. We can go with that, and then we can kind of lower the value. All right, there you go. Okay, so we just need the fretboards. Okay, let me try and find the my original screenshot for this one. I think there's one. Okay, this one right here. So let me go to shading here and put this temporarily. So we could use that as a guide, right? So let's go to our UV editing right here. And just have to scale. Let me do like project from view real quick. R90. So what we're doing is just trying to match that. So it makes it easier for us to position the fretboard and the works. Okay, so there's that temporarily, then we can work. Okay, so for the fretboard, it'll just be a cylinder. Okay, so let's just leave that. Okay, get a cylinder. It's probably too much right there, so I'm gonna go with 16. Okay, and we're going to RX90, RY90 right there, and let's scale it. SX S. Let me go global. SX. Let's move that forward. X-ray mode for now. All right, right there. It's pretty much flat. Okay. And if we're looking at it from the side, we only need half of it. All right, so I'm gonna go select that and then delete faces. Oh yeah, and we have to knife this, or you can just build the face if you want. Let's do the same thing here. I can delete that instead, then select your edges here and then press F. That would be the same thing. Okay. We do need to select this one here, and then on the side, let's first kind of flatten this SY right there, and then I'm gonna go with the proportional edit. Select that point right here, press G to see how big is our influence. Can't seem to. Oh, we're not even flat. That's kind of dangerous. All right. Let's see. G with proportion, so it's massive. So I need to. There you go. Need to shrink it. A little bit bigger. All right, there you go for the frets. Okay, and we need to rotate the ends, the faces at the end. So I need to do a Control R on this one. Actually, just make one in the middle, and then let's put one somewhere in there, another one. Again, I'm eyeballing this. Select all of that, and then we'll do RZ. Let's see what the rotation is at. Let's go with 0.5. Negative 0.5. Okay, move that in. Okay, now let's take a look at this one. Shade smooth it. Auto smooth. Maybe 60. Okay. Let's take a look. It's probably a 90 degree on that one. Okay, so if we add a subdivision surface to this, and I'm going to slide a maybe that was rotated too much, yeah. So I'm gonna go to the top. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice the, okay, let me click and do on that one. When I did a 0.5, it looked fine from the top, but it's obviously didn't work that way. Okay, so right here we'll do a rotation. Negative 0.5. Okay. Do the same thing here. do RZ. All right, so there's that. So we go shade smooth, subdivision surface. We're going to have to reinforce this. Okay, close to it. Another one. All right. So there's the fret. Let's position the frets right there. Then we go to our side right here. We need to see everything, so let's go over here. Oh, we have the guide on the side, so okay, so I'm just going to do duplicate. I don't think we can do an array because it's variable in distance. So just gonna be patient with this one. Oh no, that was a visual glitch. I'm not actually duplicating it. It gives it like that remnant. Okay, because I have that one. Proportional edit. All right. I gotta do all that. I forgot to turn up proportional edit. Alright, now it makes more sense why I'm seeing remnants of it because I'm seeing the tool. It's funny. Alright, apologize for that one. Again, proportional edit, keyboard shortcut is O. It is one of the most common things that got turned on without the user knowing, especially when you're just starting with Blender, and it messes people up. Okay, so you might accidentally hit the keyboard O, and you'll have that, and it'll drive you nuts. Okay, and we're going to have to scale all this also because it tapers at the very top. Okay, so first just kind of let's position them and worry about the other stuff after. All right, man, that was a lot of work. Maybe I should do live session next time so that if there's somebody watching and then they could start yelling at me in the comments that hey, nothing's happening. All right, almost there. There are a lot of frets. This is not a it's a nylon classic guitar, so probably 18. All right, so now we go to the front and then we just do our, I'm going to turn on my tool right here. So when did that happen? Okay, let me, for some reason this thing got all weird and funky. Oh no, so it's more work. some reason this thing got messed up in some way, so I'm gonna have to do this right. So quickest way is just simply select half, delete those, and mirror. All right, well, man, it's more work right there, but looks like don't have a choice on this one. All right, this is the part where you fast forward the lesson. All right. All right. All right, so I'm duplicating and then scaling it along the x-axis only. Yeah, so what I'm doing here is very redundant, so you guys can skip, but since I'm recording this in real time, I'm stuck right here, so you guys can fast forward this and come back when I'm done. Oh, there's quite a few in that one too. Okay, good thing. In a way, it's good we started over, because it looks like I selected one and then it got spammed with the duplicate. Almost on the 12th fret, so. And you know what? Another mistake I made. I should have added the chrome to this. So let's duplicate that one. Chrome 2, and so that I don't have to select all of those. When it rains, it pours. All right. Okay. All right. Go back to this one and Chrome 2. I think it's Shift L to color all this, because if you go only the top one, I think it's Shift L, I forgot now, it's been a while since. I think doing multiple of them. Alright, it's all done right there. Going back to this one, shading, we replug the alright, the inlay, that's just a cylinder, so at this point, okay, so let's do one string right here. You don't need to get the hole right there, so let's just go with this and this one here, hide everything. Alright, so and the nut, sorry, we need the nut and that one right there. Okay, we can string that, then we'll be done. Alright, so it'll just be a pat, so I'll use a Shift A curve pat right here, R90, we want that kind of, okay, and very important that this guy is right there. Okay, actually we don't need first any of those, so we can delete the vertices. We just need that one. The reason for that is we want a straight line. We want one that it's basically on the nut inside, kind of like so. Okay, and then where it kind of curves right there. And then let me take a look at the guitar. At the bottom, where it kind of goes in. So this one right here, it goes actually right there inside. Okay, so we needed well, let's get the geometry for now so that we could actually, so this one is the smallest one. Okay, so let's select both and GX right there, geometry. All right, right there, maybe 0.003. Okay, all right, and it goes this one goes very close to the edge right there, around there, and let's make sure it's sticking out like so. Okay, and then we extrude that part. It goes in, oh, E, goes right there, then we extrude it again. It goes inside. Like I said, we didn't provide those holes. Actually, it's the lower hole, my bad. So select all those. It's that one right there. That one goes in there, then extrude it. Okay, then extrude it and goes up. and extrude. It's like tying that one now, and it basically spirals down as a like a knot, so a little tricky. Goes like that, and then it goes in there. All right, so this is where we would probably end this one, because it'll just be me trying to thread this one, so it just kind of it goes like that. Actually, I need one more, so I will hit subdivide it. So it's very laborious work trying to get that one right, but we get that. Just continue doing that. Let me at least go to the top right here. All right, let's all right, so right there, and let's go here. We'll basically extrude that. One more, leave it there so it doesn't stretch it. And this one gets threaded through the needle right there. Right there, and then again, same deal. You're gonna have to select that, then just go all the way around. All right, so I think at this point you get the point. So that goes all the way around. It hugs that, and you can always kind of subdivide and add. You can also snap to surface, but that will be not incorporating the geometry, I think. All right, anyway, that's the I think we get the point on that one. So let's put a final thing to this. I mean, I could duplicate those strings, you know, just do one, then duplicate, and then change the wrapping right there, okay, and change the geometry depth right here, so you get all your strings, okay. It's becoming very laborious, but it looks good. Okay, so I'll stop the demo right here, otherwise this thing will never end. But you should know how to do all that. Plus you can darken this one here. You can select this part and then select the inside. Yeah, I need to apply solidify. Select this part right here. Add another, I mean, usually here what it is, it's there's bracing in there. You know, but we're not showing the kind of inside, so you can just kind of darken that a little bit, and just so that it's okay. There we go, our 1-string guitar finally done. This thing needs to be, it's bothering me. Let's fix it real quick. It needs also a it's too yellow. Oh no, where did I put this? Oh no, not this one. Our hue saturation. Then we can just lower the value a little bit. There we go. Okay, something like that. All right, and it's almost finally done, except we didn't go to the we didn't finish the string, but you get the point. I don't want to drag the demo some more. All right.